Welcome everyone to our weekly video. I'm here in the Parish Center and you're seeing this during the week of the 14th of September. We've gotten through our first week of school. The kids have been great, the teachers have been great, the whole staff. Really delighted that the kids are back in school. You can see their joy even behind all of their masks and all the social distancing that they're doing, but I'm so pleased with that. I'm also pleased that so many of you are now starting to come back to church. Please know that the obligation is still lifted. There's no need to come back. We'd love you to come back, but if you do, obviously make sure you don't have a fever, make sure you wear your mask, make sure you sanitize your hands and do all those things. The governor does allow us now to have 150 people in the church. We can also have 150 people in the gym, so I think we're in a good situation where we can, welcome all of you to start coming back when you feel ready to do so. But the main reason for my interview with myself, I guess, with all of you to share for this week, is that many of you have been asking about the film. Kathy Carson, who is a member of our staff here, she's our Director of Communications, she's basically my right-hand person. She does so many things for the parish. I can't say right-hand man, right-hand woman, I guess, whatever. But as you know, she and I wrote this script. We filmed it last year. Many of you were extras in the film. Many of you came to Englewood. Others were in Mahwah. Some of you came to New York where we filmed as well. And we basically finished the film in, I guess, February, our revision of the sound and the color correction. However, there were two scenes that needed what they call SFX, special effects editing, that needed to be done. With the pandemic setting in, it kind of threw all of our plans out. It was only about a month ago that we finally got the final version of it done. And we are in the process right now of trying to sell basically our finalized product to different distributors. So we've gone out to about 8 or 9 distributors. We've gotten some interest in some of them, so we're trying to see what type of deal we can work out. Others have decided to pass on it, but it's really been a fun experience. My guess would be that early 2021 is when you'll get the chance to see it. I'm hoping by the end of September that we'll strike the deal. So there's one company in the US that will do our domestic distribution, and then there's 2 companies in Europe that we're working with to do the European distribution. So as I said, I think it's going to be the case. Originally, we wanted it to be out sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but with the pandemic and everything happening and the whole movie industry being kind of turned upside down like everyone else has, it's kind of pushed it back a little bit. When we're able to do it, if we're going to do a theatrical release, which we're not sure if we're going to do a theatrical release or just go straight to streaming online. If we do a theatrical release, I'm definitely going to make sure that some of the theaters here, perhaps the one in Ramsey, we could rent out, for a whole weekend or whole month or whatever it is, to make sure that you all get to see it. But if it's not a theatrical release, which as you know, it's kind of some states allow people in theaters, some states don't. The whole pandemic is a little bit crazy. They only can have 25% capacity. So that's all to say that eventually you will. I guess it's going to be in the early part of the new year, but it is beautiful. I am so grateful to all of you for your support, so grateful for all of you for your prayers. I can't wait for you to see us. They have seen it at the Vatican. The communication department there has seen it. They loved it. It's been shared with a few other people to kind of get feedback. All the feedback has been very positive. And as you know, I did it as a film to really humanize the church, to humanize the priesthood. So it's a film that touches on a lot of difficult topics. It speaks about, priesthood, parish ministry, fidelity, infidelity, there's romance, there's comedy. We deal with the tough issues of the sexual abuse crisis. We deal with a lot of different things. So it's not just your very kind of typical faith-based film just trying to promote something about the church, but it's a kind of a larger humanizing effort that I feel very happy with their final product. I hope all of you will as well. And that's basically the update I wanted to give you. A little bit with the Daily Mass Chapel just before I close, which is the other creation we've been working on during this past year. And it's been a huge team effort. You saw Susan in last week's video. As you're listening to this video, we are installing the stained glass window. We're calling it the Risen Christ, the Sacred Heart of Christ. It's got a few different names on it, but it's a beautiful one that we were able to design basically from scratch based on one of my favorite paintings in one of my favorite churches in Rome called Santa Maria sopra Minerva, where St. Catherine of Siena is buried. But as you enter that church to the left, you see this beautiful painting of Christ, and that's been our kind of inspiration. So I invite you to come by if you want. As you know, you can't get into the Daily Mass Chapel because it's still a work zone. We're still doing the tiling and some other mill work and things like that. But please be careful if you're driving around. We are going to seal coat the entire driveway, all the parking lot, all the way around. So please just be very careful. The parts we're going to be blocking off as we're doing that. So we're basically filling all of the cracks. We're kind of blowing out all of the cracks, fixing that in, putting filler in, then a little bit of sand to help it dry, and then a seal coating of the entire thing. So I think you're going to find by the time the bishop arrives, if all goes well, if the weather cooperates, if all the subcontractors work out, when Bishop Michael comes here on September 27th, it's going to look spectacular. And right now, as I'm filming this, it's actually Friday, September 11th, and they're laying the sod around the Daily Mass Chapel right now. And I had a meeting earlier this morning to talk about the reinstallation of our 9/11 memorial, which we're actually going to expand. I'll talk to you about that at another time to let you know what we're doing. But we just got another piece from the World Trade Center, which I think you guys are all going to love very much, and it'll be a way to honor. So let me just end on this day, September 11th. Again, you're not seeing it till the week of the 14th. Just as I said at Daily Mass today, may we all remember what happened 19 years ago. May we pray for all of those who died, their family members who are bereft of their presence in their lives. And obviously we're always here as a community to support them and love them. But let us also pray truly for world peace. Let's truly pray that people all throughout the world, that we will see that we have so much more in common, that we will stop fighting with each other, that we'll stop trying to hurt each other, to kill each other, to blow each other up. I mean, I know it sounds like something, Miss America says, or Miss Universe in their speech, I am for world peace, and I know sometimes people take it very superficially. I know you don't, but I really don't make it a plea to all of us, as that beautiful song says, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. So if you're not at peace with someone today, be it a family member, be it a neighbor, be it a coworker, let us all try to make peace all around us. Let's truly be peacemakers in our world, so that there can be peace among all peoples, all nations throughout the world. So thank you very much for tuning in. Next time you'll see us, we're going to have a really special guest, and I'm excited to introduce him to you. So God bless. Have a great week. Bye.